Okay, we're going to have a look at how we do some of the electric guitar parts for I Shout My Praise to You from the KidsTown CD. There's an opening part in the key of G, just a couple comments about how to play that opening chord, a principle you can take away with you. And then there's a couple of different guitar parts that go on through the song. There is a high part which we'll work on, and there's also just the secondary part. If there's only one guitarist in the band, the high part will be what you play alongside of it. But if you happen to have two guitarists in the band, the lower rhythm part really does add some great strength to the song. So, a couple things you can work on. Let's go to it. Alright, let's look at the opening. All it is a big power G chord, but instead of playing it like a power fifth, one of the great ways you can play a power G chord is with the proper G chord, where you've got your two fingers covering the 3rd fret on the B and E strings, and then the traditional fingering here. But in songs where you're needing a lot of heavy overdrive, you don't necessarily want to bring the 3rd in terms of the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note. What that means is you want to have fifths only. So G and D. G is the root, D is the 5th. So you've got G, and then let's mute the next string, the A string, and then the D string is a D, and then G, and then you finger a D and a G. And so you have G and D only. And so if you can just mute that A string where that finger is, you can play it like that if you want. There's nothing there. Okay? And you can get a lot of you can zone up. You can crunch on the bottom and then hit your higher strings to cut through a bit. Now, when I play the opening chord of this song, just with a lot of the power chord stuff, I will tend to use the tail pickup, so my switch is going to be down there on the bridge. Okay, so there's a count in, and all I do is hit the G chord like the drums play, or off the top of the song, just a. Okay, that's the chorus, all right? We can find various different positions that we can play that in as well. So we've got that little run, which is just a chromatic, which goes from open E, F, F sharp, and then play the chord. I shout my praise to you, I shout my praise to you, I will sing of all the wonderful things that you have done. So we can play it chords, or we can play it with power chords. I shout my praise to you, I shout my praise to you, I will tell of all the wonderful things that you have done. I shout my praise to you, I shout my praise to you, I will tell of all the wonderful things you've done. I shout my praise to you. Okay? Now, you'll notice I'm doing a little bit of a lick where I'm going, what I'm doing is on the E string, I'm sliding, I'm gonna take my little finger 2 frets above and slide up to the 4th fret above. And then play the D, which is there, right? Alright? And then play the E chord. In the verse of this song, you've got just a little bit of a reggae feel. Jesus died for all his sins, how he loves us so. That's a D suspended 4. So make sure you don't play the bottom string. You've got to just make sure it's the B string that does the suspended. And then that's in the 2nd position bar chord. Okay, the other significant guitar part is the little high part that goes through much of the chorus part of the song. I shout my praise to you. So I'm going to change my pickup to the middle pickup, get a little bit different sound. And now we're going to use again that D shape that we used early on one of the other songs. He loves us, right? We use the same kind of thing, only now instead of an A on the 9th fret, we go down to the 7th fret because that's G, right? A, G, F, okay? Remember your scales. So, here in the 7th fret, a D shape, just the bottom 3 strings played, will give us a G chord. Alright, let's have a look at how this hook goes. I'm just going to play it as a D shape here and be picking the strings down with my hand, going G, B, E, B, and then the E string, which is really doing, but I do it with my pinky as though I'm playing a D suspended 4th down here. So here we go. Okay, we have D, E minor, which is like playing E minor like that, except we're only using those first 3 strings, okay? The E, B, and G string, so. E minor, A minor, D, remember this D shape here, so we're going G, G, B, D strings. Alright, let's put it all together, and what I'm going to do is play one of the verses with the low chunky chords and one of them with the higher chords so you can see how they fit in together, okay? Two, three, power chord. Mute. Here's the run. Up 2 more frets, playing it in D position now. It's an A. Here we go.